So now we're going to go back and work on the responsiveness of the register, and also going to work on these inputs. Okay, so now they look not the way we want, and also when you go to the larger screen, you have this problem of responsiveness, and also this are not the right way we want them. Okay, so if we went back right here to the final version, this is, I'm going to change this because this looks alright, but also there's some missing things right here. So for example, there's no arrows. We're going to have arrows right here, and also going to have this border to be red, and also gonna up the quality of the code. I find like a better way to do it, so I have it in my head and I think I'm gonna pull it off. Also when you go to responsiveness, this is looks alright, this is fine, and we're gonna make this into one line, so it's gonna be a bit of fun. So we're gonna work on this. So let's go back right here, refresh this, and let's go up the screen a little bit and go to the login styles CSS, and we're gonna go to the our media queries. We define like these two before, this one login footer wrap, and after this we're gonna go and work on the register. So now we can go back to the register, and after 539 pixels, we're gonna make it 400 pixels. Okay, so the width is gonna be 400 pixels like this. Okay, and you see it changes, and also we have like a line which is called register line that holds the input. So this is 1, this is 2, and these two were in the same line, and we had them flex direction column. We're gonna make them in a row, so they're gonna be in a row, and they're gonna be creating this problem. We're gonna fix this later, and also we're gonna work on this grid. As you see, they're not, you know, the same width or the necessary width right here. So we're gonna go register, and we're gonna go grid that was called, and we're gonna select the select itself, and then also we're gonna need to select the label. So let me repeat this, and select the label for the gender because they are the same size, and right here we're just gonna make the width to be 110 pixels, 110 pixels like this. Okay, and I think this is all what we need for now. So this looks fine, and we're gonna go work on these two to make sure that they are in the right size. Okay, so first of all, let's go back to the register form and then go to the register input like this. Okay, so the first thing that we gonna have, okay, so we have the input here right here. So that was like for the, if we go back to the login right here, we had this let's go right here. Okay, so they had this one for the top, okay, and this one was like for the bottom. So this was like for the top, the first input error, and this was like when it's on bottom. Okay, we don't want this on top, okay, because all register errors want them to be under the inputs. Okay, so we don't create any confusion. So we're just simply gonna take all of this and just boom, bye bye. Okay, we don't need them. And also we had this like here we have only when it's bottom, when you pass the bottom value or attribute, it's gonna show in the bottom. So we're gonna remove that because we're gonna show it regardless now. We don't care about position. And as you see now, if we go right here, not like this, let me just get the screen like here, and we're gonna see that's all the errors now are under the input. So that's the first thing. Now I want to work smart on this because I don't want to have a problem. So if we go back to the normal viewport, which is going to be for the mobile, because these changes are made after what we had 539 pixels. So before that, this is going to be the normal view, not this. Let's get this back like here. Okay, so let me just move this like here. Okay, and also move this to be smaller screen. Okay, so let's work on this. What I want to do is go through every breakpoint and see what problems we have and fix it, then go to the next one. Okay, so this is the mobile view. You want to make sure that in the mobile view everything is perfect and there is no problem. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna notice many problems. Okay, so the first thing is that we don't have the icons right here. Okay, the icons are not showing right here. These icons that I'm talking about are these ones. Okay, so that's the first problem. The second problem you can see is, for example, if we went to this one, like before everything, you're gonna have this white line right here, which is mean that this triangle is not connected right here. So I want to make sure to fix all of this problem. Make sure to, first one to fix is gonna be easy, which is showing the icon right here, the error icon. So this is gonna be simply go to the register input, remove the style from the error icon. Okay, and then it's gonna go back to default, which is gonna be 15 pixels from top, and we get this right. Okay, so other thing that we're gonna fix is go back and let's have a class name right here. Let's call it register input wrap, and then we're gonna take that and go right here. Before we had a fixed width, so for the login we had like 400 or 300, I don't remember, but for the register we want it to be 100% because we're gonna have like double elements like this. So I want to make sure that it's 100% to make sure that it's beautifully placed. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna have width to be 100%, and we're gonna make this important to override the last that we have. There's gonna be a problem right here, don't worry. We're gonna go to the register input wrap and select the input, and we're gonna have the width to be 300 pixels. Okay, like this. Either way, first of all, let's add like a background, so we know that the PG is secondary, so that is different than the other one. So now we are on login. Okay, so now we are on the register. So the thing that we're gonna do, this is gonna be temporary, we're gonna change this with React, but for now, just so you know what we are at. Okay, so the second thing that we're gonna fix, as you see right here, this element or the input area div is gonna flow over right here, and also the input icon flows right here. Okay, this is gonna be fixable after a while. So this first thing is we're gonna make this overflow right here disappear. So simply we're gonna go to the register input wrap, and we're gonna select that div, which is the input error, and we're gonna make the max width to be 300 pixels, so it's the same as the input, so it doesn't overflow it. Okay, and now we're gonna go and select this triangle, and now we're gonna push it down a bit. So if we want back to the register input, this is the name of the div for the triangle, this one. We have also the arrow left, but this is like for the which version? This one. Okay, when we go to the larger screen, this is for the left. Okay, and this one is for the mobile, or which is for the bottom. Okay, so we're gonna take that and select it right here, register input wrap, and then this one, and we're gonna go transform, and we're gonna push it from dy by 1 pixel, and now it's gonna be pushed down, and we're gonna fix that problem. So now if we refresh in the mobile view, so this is the mobile view, the smallest you can get, sign up, and we're gonna see everything now is, you know, in place, and everything is working fine. So let me just see if we have any problem. No, everything is working fine. So now we're gonna go to more than let me remember, yeah, for 539. Okay, after this, so let's go after, let me push this. So after this, we're gonna fix so many problems right here. So the first one is gonna be this one. Okay, that we have elements that are, you know, larger than the one. So this is 300 pixels, and this is also 300 pixels as we defined right here. So I don't want that, so I want to define them like this. Okay, so I'm going to remove that from here. That's going to create a problem right here, but we're going to fix this by JavaScript. Simply we're going to go to the register input, and right here we're going to add a style, and this is all going to be fixed easily. So first of all, let's define the width, which is the property that we're going to change, backticks, and then here we're going to have our test. And let me add the breakpoints that we're going to need. So we're going to have 3 of them. So let's call this, for example, view 1, and it's going to be 539 pixels. And also we're going to have view 2, and this one is going to be 850, and the view 3, it's going to be 1170 pixels. Okay, so let's remove this and see what problem we have. So the desktop view, we don't have it, so let me change it for now for the view 2, just, and then we're going to change it later. Sorry, right here. So the first thing that we're going to do after the width, the test that's going to be done, is simply, first of all, we're going to make sure that we are over, you know, for 539 pixels. So that means we're over the view 1. Okay, so when view 1 is true, that means the width of the screen is larger than 539. Okay, and then and then we're going to do a simple test. So the simple test is going to be like this. So when we are in the small screen, the width of the inputs all going to be 300 pixels. Okay, but when we go over that, this is going to be 370 pixels for these two, but this one is going to be divided on the width of the screen. Okay, so it's going to be 50% right here, 50% right here. Okay, I repeat, 50%, 50%, 370, 370, and we go on the normal smaller screen, all going to be 300 pixels. Okay, so let's go back right here. So how are we going to decide which input we are at? And this is going to be simply achievable by going field.name, and we're going to check if it's equal first name. So we pass this attribute the name, which is, if we go back to register form, we have this property which is name that we pass. So we're going to get it from the field, so we can just access it and see if it's equal. That means that if it's true, that means we are right here. And then we're also going to see, or the field.name is equal to the field.last name. That means that we are right here. So this is going to be not field dot, it's going to be just last name. Okay, so when we are on this one or this one, we're going to the width to be 100%. Okay, so right here, this is going to be, the width is going to be 100%. let me make it like this, just you see. So now it's still the same because 100% like this, okay? But this is not going to be end to end. This is going to be another test. So else we're going to have another test. That means we are on these two. So let's test that we are on these two. So we can take this like this, and we're going to go first of all that we are over 529 pixels. That means the view one also is true. And then simply right here, field.name is equal. And remove this, which is going to be email, or field.name is equal password. That means that we are in the larger screen after 539, and also we are in this one or this one. And the width for this one, as I said before, is gonna be 370 pixels, okay? Else, that means everything is wrong and we are not either in the view one or not even in the view one for this one or this one. That means we are in the smaller screen, okay? Then we're simply gonna make the width to be 300 pixels like this, and boom. Let me refresh this. As you see, so this is for the smaller screen, and when we go to the larger screen, this is changeable. So the input now is 50-50 for this because we make the inputs 100%, so they divide the space for them. This is 370 pixels, and if we go back right here, this is 300 pixels for all of them, okay? And easily we manipulated the inputs, okay? Still another problem right here, which is the input error. Now, because we defined right here, we defined the max width to be 300 pixels, and now it can be going after this. So we're simply going to create a media query, and it's going to be the minimum width is going to be more than 539 pixels. And right here, we're going to simply take the same one right here, but this time it's going to be 100%, and boom, it's going to be the full width. So as you see right here, we worked beautifully going from this, which is everything fine, and after 539 everything is fine. Okay, we're still gonna work on the breakpoint, the third big breakpoint. So let me go right here. Now let me maximize this, and let me go F12, and let's go to the responsive. Okay, now let me show or see wherever. So okay, so this one right here. Okay, so this is before the breakpoint one, and after the breakpoint 1, this is the breakpoint 2, and then this is the breakpoint 3, which is wrong. So let's go back right here, and let me see what problem I have. Okay, right here we had the view 2. So on the view 2, we changed the input error placement, and it's gonna be changed to the left. This is not gonna be in the view 2. This is gonna be in the third, breakpoint after 1000 and 170. Okay, so we're gonna change the view to like this, and then after 1000 and 170, so you can check it right here. So it's gonna be fine, and then we go over the view 3, which is gonna be now, as you see, it changes. So less than that is go back to the breakpoint 2, and then it goes to like that. Okay, I wanted to get like enough space for the elements right here to show the error on the left and on the right. Okay, so now we're gonna work on this. So after this, you're simply gonna decide what you want to do. So like this, we're gonna show this is gonna be on the left, this is on the right, this is left. You can also show this on the right. It's gonna be up to you. So this is gonna be interesting, so let's work on it. So simply let's finish this, move this to the right, move this a little bit to the left, and also change this arrow to be like this one right here. Okay, so simply this is what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna do it, we define a property for the input error right here. So if we go back to the login inputs and search for the inputs, we have position absolutes, and we have this property left that we made minus 19.5 room. Okay, so all we're gonna do is simply play with this value to make sure that we position this to the far right, and this is a bit to the left. So simply go back to the register input, go back to the input error, and then in the size add another value, which is going to be this one. Okay, so here we're going to have our test. You can simply do the test right here, but if you have like a long test, you can do it simply right here. Okay, so you can just go back right here and have like simply this one. Okay, and this one when it's view 3. Okay, and also when it's the field.name is equal to the first name, for example. Okay, and the test 2 is for the last name. Okay, and this is going to be called test 2. Okay, so simply want to make sure when we are in the view 3, which is we are right now after this query, and then when we are on the first name, that means we are right here, and when we are on the last name, we are right here. So this is when this is true, this one is true, we're gonna work on this, and test true, we're gonna work on here. I don't know if I said that right. Okay, so let's go back right. So simply right now, when the test1 is true, simply we're gonna move this, we are here, so we're gonna move it to be minus 107%. So it's gonna be 100% is from here to here, so minus 100 is gonna be right here, and the 7% is a bit like here, okay, this way. Else we're gonna go and see if the test2, like not here, after this. So else when the test2 is true, then we're gonna be 107%, else we're gonna do nothing. Okay, so simply right now they are gonna move this way. So this is 100% and this 7% is this, and this is the same way, this is minus 100% and this place is 7%. So it's quite simply easy. Okay, so this is for it. The other thing that also we're gonna make sure that this is right is we're gonna make sure this arrow is gonna be here. Okay, so the way that we're gonna do it is simply go back to the arrow right here. So we're gonna add the test right here, and it's gonna be okay, because we're only gonna do it for this one, okay, so we're gonna make sure that we are not in the field dot name is different than the last name. That means we are not in here, we are in here, here. This is gonna be the same, so nothing's gonna change because it's true. This is gonna be the right place. Okay, so when it's different the last name, this is what we do, error arrow left. Else we're gonna also check if we are in the view 3 and the field dot name is now equal to the last name. That means we are actually right here. So now we're gonna create an arrow, let's call it error arrow right. Okay, else this is what's gonna be, let me make sure this is like this. Okay, and this is gonna be okay, because I messed this up, because when this is true, this is what it's gonna be, remove this from here. Else, okay, I know this is confusing, so let me just for it right for you to understand. Okay, so when the view 3 is right and also the field name is last name, then this is what's gonna be. Else we're gonna just simply check that we are not in the view 3. Okay, then it's gonna be, let's simply put it this way, it's gonna be this. Okay, so simply now we have a div, which is the error arrow right, that we need to create, and simply we're gonna go back to the register input right here and let's create it. So we're gonna create a triangle. Simply the base is the right, so border right. Okay, and it's gonna be 10 pixels solid, and it's gonna be which color? I'm gonna get the color from the login input, this one. Okay, yeah, you should have done the variable, you should do it. Okay, it's better. All right, here we define the border right. Now we need other than the point, which is gonna be top and bottom. So border top is gonna be 10 pixel solid transparent, and then we're gonna go and also do it for the bottom, and now it's gonna be position. Okay, let's go back right here, and then we're gonna go to the left. It's shown right here, so let's make sure that it's on the left minus 10 pixels. Okay, and also now we're gonna make sure the top is 15 or 14, I think 14, and let's see, and now it's right. Okay, so now simply we finished this part, so let me maximize this, and let's see if any problem goes when we try and change between views. Okay, so this is perfect. Okay, so this is done.